Today's radios in for repair are these extremely rare sets from 1976. This set of radios, made by Hera and rebadged as merchandise for a 2-season only NBC truck driving drama called Moving On, starring Claude Atkins and another actor I've not heard of before called Frank Converse, which aired between 1974 and 1976 in the States. I've not watched the show, but it's centred around the relationship between an older and younger truck driver as they hauled stuff across the US, using CB radios to converse. There are also spin-off RC trucks, other types of walkie-talkies, a sort of multi-channel base station, and this bizarre CB phone. So I haven't got any of those, but I do have, which I think is rarer, a set of these. Now, I got these off of a UK eBay seller, but I imagine these 48 meg sets originally came in from the United States. Now, this set are in very good condition considering their age. These probably were broken or hadn't worked from new, and had probably had people put batteries in them, try and start them up, realise they didn't work and put them back in a box. So they look absolutely like new, although they certainly don't function like new, as you'll find out during this video. The first thing that I spotted after getting them out of the box, which is something the seller had pointed out, was that the battery flap had been broken at the back, meaning the flap just fell off the radio. Now, to most people this would be a deal breaker, but if you've got a 3D printer, this is something of course you can get out of jail card, and after a couple of minutes design and a couple of minutes printing and a little bit of glue, managed to fix this battery flap issue and pop this back on, and honestly, I'm not just saying this, it fitted as good as the original. So that was a really quick fix and no sellotape required, which always looks ghastly of course. Anyway, I popped a battery in this one and turned it on. As you can hear, it's exactly as you'd expect, and there's nothing going on there. So a bit of TLC required. The next one, mind your ears, yeah, not very nice. And this is the one with the broken code key as well. So anyway, I took this one apart first, as this was the one that was the most poorly. And if you ever do need to pry these radios open, a Swiss Army knife with that fat blade is very good for doing that. It doesn't mark the cases up. Anyway, it was fairly evident to see what had happened here. The little plastic legs had broken off of the paddle at the top. But anyway, looking at the radio, you can see it's in pretty good nick. I would say it's probably been kept in a slightly damp loft, looking at the sort of little bit of rust on the transformer there. But I mean, other than that, it's in pretty good nick considering its age. It's incredibly old. Anyway, I blasted a bit of switch cleaner in the switches to see if this would fix the problem. But unfortunately not. We've still got the issue with this radio, so more investigation is required. So I removed the board from the radio in its entirety. It's often easier to do this than catching the wires with the soldering iron. So I popped it out and turned it over and reworked some of the joints, which some were bad, some were good. Anyway, I decided to replace some of the capacitors with newer ones, as this can often be an issue. And I found with all of these capacitors, they had sort of doubled in value really. They'd all gone high, but unlike the last radio, there was no faulty ones. Anyway, I fixed the paddle with some of this foam. If you're ever buying curtain poles, they often package them with this nice dense foam, and I use this often in battery compartments to fix things. So anyway, there's the Morse code. There's the key. That's now working and it's solid. And there's the audio there.
The Morse code key work. Really loud that. So yeah, let's put these together then.
So a little bit of work. What I tend to do is I tend to bundle the old capacitors with the radios. I'll pop these in the box, so in future if people want the old components, they've got them. And I did a quick test on the field strength meter here, as I've done this on other videos, although it doesn't really tie up. Right, we come to our test place. We've got Tyler, the test engineer here. How are you doing?
Good.
Right. Okay, we've got these radios, like I say, 1974 to 1976, a good vintage. So we'll see how well these work. I don't think they're going to go great, but we'll try, shall we?
Okay.
Right, we're at our first stop. Okay, Tyler. Okay, Tyler, give us the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, nice and loud. Right, we'll go to the next location, a bit further down. Yeah, I think this is about as far as we're going to get with these. The Morse key definitely works, but he's only just at the top there, so they probably do need a bit of a tune up, but really what's that going to get us, double the range or something. Yeah, so a classic old walkie-talkie, this one. Like I say, I can't really spend any more time tuning these up. I haven't really got any AM gear anyway, so it's tricky for me to do that. But lovely old sets, really rare, not seen these, absolutely rare as hen's teeth, so I was really pleased to get these for the price I paid on eBay. But main thing is they're all working, the Morse code is working, the battery flap is fixed, they've been recapped and they work. So that's as much as sometimes you can do. You can go mad and spend hours tuning them, but for what really? They do work. Okay, they're short range kids toy walkie-talkies, aren't they? Yeah, and you like them, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're really pleased. And next time Tyler's going to give me a hand doing some soldering and some desoldering and doing some bits and bobs. I've got some capacitors, more capacitors coming, some ceramic ones, and I've got some transistors coming as well, because I'm a bit short on transistors, and occasionally, as you see with these, you need to change the transistors every now and then. Right, okay, so you got something to say to camera?
And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.